a super time machine, as well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots.
We can find a key.
Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. You found a power key. Go slot it. Flying Nimbus!
I need help!
Somebody's down! Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Thanks!
Not looking good.
Flying Nimbus! Great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Oh, before we begin, there's one small detail. I am immortal. Your stunted efforts will have no effect on me. I'd help you.
I don't have a radar, nothing.
I guess you mortals completely useless.
Guy's getting a body cam.
Great! You know what to do with that key. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
Someone found his key finally. Spamming though.
An ally needs your help. We don't know what danger awaits.
He's not looking
Think
good.
before rushing in. That's a new power key. Place it now. Flying Nimbus!
Try to save this guy.
Get up! Flying Nimbus!
That's its last key.
You mortals have limited
Last key right there.
Now, let the eradication begin.
Flying Nimbus!
Stay calm. Stay calm.
One more reason why this
Oh, man.
you cannot hide from me.
Holy hell.
Lie down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies.
There's only 4 of us
Let
left.
the eradication begin.
What's the big idea?
The startup system for the super time machine is ready. Head there now. An ally needs your help. You don't know what danger awaits. Think before rushing in. A super
Oh, wait,
transfer
man.
is headed your way. Take it now. Ally down! If you intend to rescue them, watch out for enemies. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Just made it, bro.
I owe you one. Flying Nimbus!
Level 3 got cooked.
This is bad. Somebody's down. Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them.
Holy hell. Flying Nimbus!
Camping the body. Decent.
Here comes a pain! Help! How
What
dare
you
you
doing, homie?
defy a god?
There's one more reason.
Sleeping. Any other soda. I don't know why man didn't drink it.
Let's finish this.
I can already tell I'm going to be sleeping soundly tonight.
Back to the manga.
In order to force Koliza into further draining his power rapidly rather than in small periods of time like he has so far. And by further exploiting their overconfidence, they will be more susceptible to making reckless decisions, which the Saiyan mortals can then use against him. Now, although the strength of this fusion is formidable, even surpassing them both in battle, the more powerful they continue to become, the quicker they will exhaust their energy and burn right through their remaining time while fused. Ah, so then it's a race against time then, huh? So then that means if they don't find a way to disrupt that fusion synergy soon, Yoshido then went on to continue, then they'll be slaughtered down there since the fusion appears to be in complete control. As Akuma then went on to chime in, and from what it looks like, if those two aren't at full power to expose the fusion's vulnerabilities, then they've already lost. With Beerus chiming in, wait, so you're telling me that those two are fighting on borrowed time? Oh, how in the world are they supposed to weaken the internal bond of what keeps that fusion whole, and if they aren't strong enough to break through his outer defenses in order to get to the core of where they want to be? With Whis responding, well, by getting Koliza to slowly start to crack first is what I think will be what helps them. And if Koliza cannot focus due to his emotions getting in the way of his logic, then they may have found their window. As even the Grand Priest went on to chime in, the combination of psychological warfare and strategic attacks will be the key in unraveling the fusion's flaws, though there are in fact one of two outcomes that may in fact happen here, the Grand Priest continues. Either the Saiyans will figure out a way to cripple the fusion from within first, and thus forcing Koliza in overexerting himself, or he will likely catch on to what the Saiyans are trying to do and destroy them both before they have the chance to do it. Interesting, then we will watch and wait to see which of these outcomes comes true then. In which, in the meantime, when then going back to Goku and Koliza, as soon as Goku was now shown having to miss one of his strikes was when Koliza then went on to respond, despite having a new form and being at your best, you are making this way too easy for me, Goku. It'll take a miracle for you and Vegeta to come close in beating me, but any hope of either of you monkeys having any sort of miracle against me is only but a dream. In which within that very moment, as Koliza was now shown grabbing onto Goku's ankles and spinning him around, that's when Koliza went on to continue, but this is one dream that you will never be able to wake yourself back out of, no matter how badly you try, feeble monkey. Come now, let's go for a spin. Oh, I've had enough of your games, Vegeta then quickly went on to shout by dashing towards Koliza. Let go of that idiot and come fight me instead, you coward. But Koliza, on the other hand, had different intentions, because upon now being shown having to use Goku as a means of knocking Vegeta away, was when Koliza had continued in spinning Goku around by responding, you don't get to tell me what the rules in this fight are, Vegeta. Now out of my way, monkey. Oh, you better stand back up and continue to fight, Vegeta. Fight through the pain and don't let Goku or that stupid fusion outshine you, do you hear me? Oh, just look at them. They're dropping like flies down there and the fight just started, Yoshido went on to then chime in. So, nobody here is willing to make a wager on this fight? No? Anyone? So I hear that while I was butchering your friends and family here on Earth, Koliza then went on to address Goku by then telling him that you were off somewhere in a faraway place waging war against the 5 strongest in the multiverse. Now, were you? Well, how cute, Saiyan, but here's to a friendly reminder for you on why you should have stayed where you were while you were with them, Koliza then went on to shout by throwing Goku directly towards the 5 and the gods. There is no need for there to be 5 when you...
Can you hear me?
Flying Nimbus!
well as a crate of supplies. Here's how to launch. Find the power keys, then place them in the right spots. You found a power key. Go slot it. Great! You know what to do with that key.
Right there.
Holy hell.
Risky. No, I'm not gonna do it. Can't make it.
Ow! Here comes the pain!
We made it.
Stay calm. Stay calm. Oh, man.
We're supposed to grab that key.
An ally needs your help. You don't know
where
what
it is,
danger awaits. Think before rushing in. Hey, great! You found another power key. Use it quick.
You're my savior.
What is wrong with this guy? It's so weird.
Flying Nimbus!
Great! You know what to do with that key.
Let's save this guy.
Hey, great! You found another
Oh,
power
penalty.
key. Use it quick.
I'm not gonna set the EQ.
Flying Nimbus!
The startup system for the
Flying
super
Nimbus!
time machine is ready. Head there now. Ally
Let's
down.
not forget a few more Dragon
You
Balls.
intend to rescue them. Watch out for enemies.
checking to see if there's any balls over here. Like it. Three more.
Holy hell.
Say that guy right now.
Oh man.
I don't think Vegeta had any on him. See any, bro?
This is bad. Somebody's down.
Well, right there.
Exercise extreme caution if you're going to help them. I'll send some supplies to help. Make good use of them.
Here comes a pain!
Holy hell.
I can't do shit, bro. Fucking game, dog. We can't fight these guys.
You've got all 7 Dragon Balls. Summon Shinron at the altar. You.
Come save me, man.
Understood.
Oh, what's up?
Bro, my teammates sold me out, man.
This waste ass person.
Impossible.
I'm lagging how? Gotta restart my Elgato. It's real dumb. I'm gonna try to fix it. Hold on.
You are looking at the one true strongest in the multiverse. Bro, that pile of trash really decided to throw that Saiyan towards us on purpose, Beerus then went on to quickly chime in. Bro, he's going to crash right into us, damn it. As even Goku then went on to say to himself, I can't stop it. The force behind the way he just threw me is too much. I can't concentrate properly enough to escape. But then, it was only now shockingly from out of nowhere before Goku had gone as far as to crash into the others, it was only from out of nowhere where Budo of all individuals had now gone as far as to save Goku by then responding, "Watch where you're going, Saiyan. The last thing we need from you is to crash right into the rest of us while we're waiting for you and your Saiyan friend down there to hurry up and finish this. Now get it together so that we can finally go back and finish that tournament against you, Goku." Budo, hey, nice save there, so thanks a lot for that, Goku then went on to respond. "If you didn't stop me from flying out any further just now, then I likely would have just crashed right into everyone back there, so I owe you one," with Budo responding, "I don't need your gratitude, Saiyan. Now what's wrong with you? You don't appear to be fighting with the same focus and fire that you had when fighting against us. So what's your deal here, and what happened to that angel form of yours that you used before? Have you lost your ways in this battle or what? Cough it up right now," with Goku responding, "Well, I kinda still feel like my body hasn't fully cooled down since using that angelic power against Takira, so, and on top of that, I can't seem to concentrate with my mind being so fixated on Kuliza's fusion and all, so I may need a second just to fully be able to collect myself so that way I can focus again," with Budo responding, "Then you better hurry it up and make it quick, because it doesn't look like you or your friend down there can keep this going forever. And for your sake, you owe us for coming here," Budo continues, "so that is why you better make this quick while you still can, because I'm tired of waiting," as Akuma then went on to surprisingly chime in from behind by responding, "You do understand that we aren't going to wait around forever in order for this to finally be done, don't you? How is it that you were fully focused against us before, but seem to have lost your edge when up against the fusion creature below?" with Goku responding, "Well, that's actually a good question. I guess it's because it's Frieza we're dealing with here, and the last thing that I ever expected to find out was to hear about how he came back to Earth after taking this weird serum, of course along with his brother on top of that, but by also going as far as to use the Potara earrings as a contingency plan." "You! How dare you stand in the way of our battle by saving that disgusting waste of life," Kuliza then went on to point out by shouting. "You all there must be the 5 strongest in the multiverse that I kept hearing Vegeta brag about. Yes, how very interesting. Well, if choosing to side with this monkey is the hill that you wish to die on, then let us start by piling this hill sky high with the bodies of those whom wish to die with him." In which, shockingly enough, the moment Kuliza was from that point then shown firing a beam directly towards Akuma, it was only just as Goku had now gone as far as to warn Akuma, where Goku then went on to shout, "Oh no, hey, look out behind, wretched creature," Akuma then went on to quickly respond. "You clearly have no idea on who it is that you're threatening here. We are nothing alike, and your latest claim as being greater than us couldn't be further from the truth, mortal. And unless you wish to keep the life that you currently have, whether you are fused into one body with your brother or not, it would be wise for you to keep the 5 of us out of your business with these Saiyans unless you want to be destroyed, just like your attack here," with Goku then surprisingly responding, "Whoa, Akuma completely vaporized Kuliza's blast without even having to turn his head to look, and let alone even having to try. Amazing," with Akuma continuing, "And so we will not warn you again. If you go and try that little stunt of yours like that again in order to provoke us, then you will be dealing with the 4 of us instead of dealing with Goku and Vegeta. And as impressive as this power of yours is, it is nothing compared to our own," Akuma continues. "And if you're truly feeling lucky today, then try us and see what will happen. There will be no more warnings from here on, creature. You will not hurt these creatures by using any of us as bait for you to try and do it," with Kuliza responding, "And is any of that supposed to scare me, please? I don't care who you are or how powerful you all claim to be, because I'll have no problem tearing into the 5 of you just like I'm tearing into these monkeys. So your empty threats don't faze me," to which upon Takira, Akuma, and Budo now being shown standing in front of Goku, it was only just as they were now shown having to do so was when Budo then went on to respond, "Then if you truly want to test your luck and find out what we're really all about, then make your move and do your worst and watch us break you in half. Now just try it. You have no idea on just how far you're about to be pulled in deep waters, Fusion," Takira then went on to chime in. "It would be wise for you to resume your battle with the Saiyans rather than running the risk of being annihilated by us. The choice choice is yours. Now, I don't know how big of a brain you have under that big metal-looking skull of yours, Yoshido then went on to pop in from behind by responding, but you'd be crazy to think that you'd be able to actually hang with any of the 5 of us, with Kuliza responding, "You pathetic puppets think this is some kind of a game? I'll gladly fight all of you together, and I'll start by slaughtering you as being my first victim, slave. You will know true power when you see it," with Yoshido responding, "Oh yeah? Now we're talking. Alright then, big boy, go on, hit me. Make my day." But before Kuliza could go as far as to now do so, it was only just when Kuliza was shown having to wind his hand back where Goku from out of nowhere went on to shout, "Oh no you don't! Leave them out of this, Kuliza! Your fight is with me and Vegeta, not them, and so I'm not letting go until our fight is over, you hear me?" But then, it was only just when Goku was now shown having to say this where Kuliza had now gone as far as to headbutt Goku by then responding, "You get your disgusting hands off of me, Saiyan! You don't get to tell me what to do around here, not even in your wildest dreams, monkey! And to think that those were the warriors whom you've been fighting with this entire time. I'll show them. I'll show each of them once I'm done with the 2 of you. I'll shred any and every warrior in the multiverse if I need to, once I'm done with my business here and with them. But first, I want you both to know, both you and Vegeta," Kuliza then went on to drag on Goku down by telling him, "along with being the first to truly experience the true depth and nature of my terrifying and unmatched power, you both will pay dearly. And no matter which one of you is the first to go, the other will soon follow." I can't break free," Goku then went on to utter. "Oh, curse that freak and that ridiculous fusion," Vegeta then went on to respond by standing back up. "But what was that just now when among the 5 in the sky? It was faint, but I sensed friction coming from their spirit just now. Could that be it? It has to be. And if it is, then that's my ticket," Vegeta went on to respond. "That fusion has completely lost his mind if he thought he was about to fight the 5 strongest and expect to actually win," Beerus went on to chime in. "Well, even if he tried," the Grand Priest responds, "and I highly doubt that he would have gotten past any of the other 4 as it is, although the fusion's unnatural power is right behind Budo's, and I still don't see a scenario happening where Budo would have lost to such a creature. I would have wiped the floor with his body down there," Budo then went on to respond. "He would have been a fool to go and actually try to make a move on me," with the Grand Priest responding, "but I will admit and say that it surely would have been an entertaining battle to see take place, that much is for sure." "Oh hey, focus for a second and just listen," Vegeta went on to address Goku by then telling him, "Did you sense that too while you were up there with him or what? There was a moment of friction that was coming from his spirit within," with Goku responding, "Yeah, but just barely. I couldn't focus fully to tell, but I felt it too. Listen, as crazy as this may sound, if we continue to fight him like this, then we'll likely drop out of our forms before he does. He's way too strong for us to continue to brawl with like this, and we'll need to think of another plan," as Kuliza then went on to respond, "Just look at you both. All these years that the 2 of you have devoted towards playing catch-up and not realizing who the true strongest was this entire time. Me. And I'll make sure to keep it that way, monkeys. So are you both ready to head into the afterlife, or do you want me to continue to beat you down some more before I go and send you there?" with Vegeta then responding, "Oh, and so what are you proposing here, Kakarot? The plan is fairly obvious, and I yearn to hurry and get back in there against him so that way I can finally destroy them for good. Especially Frieza," with Goku responding, "Well, we probably aren't going to make it very far like this, especially if we're both already exhausted as we are, so there's only one other way for us to put an end to him for good, Vegeta," with Vegeta responding, "Wait a second. And just what exactly are you getting at here, Kakarot? You better not dare say it. You know what it is, and it might be our only other shot that we've got," with Kuliza then having to respond, "And just what in the world could the 2 of you possibly be whispering about over there? Are you 2 trying to decide on who will be dying first or what?" with Goku then responding, "Oh, come on, Vegeta. It's been a long time since we went along ahead to use fusion anyways, and besides, with our combined powers with where we are right now, there's no way Frieza's fusion would be able to hold a candle to what we could accomplish. We don't have much of a choice here, Vegeta," with Vegeta responding, "That isn't the point, Kakarot. Kakarot. We have trained together for years, and our bond as rivals is what pushed us to come this far in our lives. And although I have no doubt that our fusion would obliterate this bastard without a trace, I want to prove to myself that I can beat Frieza's fusion alone, by using my own strength to do it and not solely rely on fusion as an escape unless we need to. I want to destroy Frieza on my own terms, Vegeta continues, in my own way, and not through some temporary means of joining bodies to do it. Not against him, Kakarot. Our history with him runs very, very deep, and the path to victory lies in our bond as warriors to face them alone, even if it kills us. All I can think about is how badly I want to watch him suffer, Kakarot. You could never understand the hatred that I share for him and for what he's done. So you could forget it, whether it's Vegito or Gogeta, and it doesn't matter. We've come too far and have given too much to reach the levels of which we are now, only to stop now. So I say we fight them alone, no fusion. And if we die, then that's fate. And if you don't understand the meaning behind my request, then stand aside and let me do this alone. With Goku responding, man, you're really serious about this, aren't you? Well, I mean, are you sure? And I get where you're coming from and all, but this could be the one and only shot that we have at pulling this off if we do. So is that your final answer? With Vegeta responding, yes, it is. Now, are you with me or are you not? We don't have too much time left. This is everything that we've dedicated our entire lives into, Kakarot. And if we die, then we die. But one thing is for sure, and that's if he's going to kill us, then I'm going to take a piece of that coward with me in hell. With Goku responding, well, alright Vegeta, I'm with you. And so I understand. And if we aren't going to be using fusion to stop him, then let's go all out by using everything that we're made of to finally put an end to this monster once and for all. And if we die, then I guess we'll die trying. With Vegeta responding, well, it looks like you haven't gone all soft on me after all, you clown. Then let's finish this for good. But remember, if anything were to happen to their fusion that causes them to separate, then Frieza is mine. Got it? No excuses. To which upon Goku and Vegeta now getting ready to face off against Omega Cooliza again, it was only just as the two were now shown getting ready was when Primal Goku then went on to respond, alright Cooliza, and it's all or nothing, we're ready, so let's do this. With Vegeta responding, follow my lead going into this, I have an idea that just might work. With Cooliza responding, very good, and so now, are you both ready to finally die? With Beerus chiming in, now I see, very good, so they've decided to face him alone. Now this ought to be one for the ages. Oh, and how fitting it is, isn't it? Whis responds, warriors of Universe 7, students of the gods, one whom walks down the path of a destroyer and another whom walks down the path of an angel, united as one. How truly amazing. To which upon that very moment, as both Primal Ultra Instinct Goku and Master Ultra Ego Vegeta were now shown going all out, it was just as the two were now shown having to power up and exerting everything they had was when the Grand Priest went on to chime in, what a truly magnificent sight to behold. So, they have now finally decided to use everything that they are made of in order to finally rid themselves of the burden that haunts their history. Then as we watch them showcase their absolute power against this mighty fusion, we will watch and see what the outcome results in between them. This is it, so it's all or nothing against this monster now, Vegeta. We've got to try and find a way to provoke their fusion into using substantial amounts of energy so that way it can speed up the defusion process quicker. So it's either that or he'll simply adapt to our efforts and destroy us both even while at full power. We can't let him dictate the pace of this fight, so are you ready? With Vegeta responding, we'll have to be cautious of his approach because their fusion isn't going to give us many openings for us to exploit, but when he does, we can't afford to miss either. So it's bad enough that we're both tired, but don't let your exhaustion be what destroys you out there. We
have
can
7 out of 8
overcome
players,
him,
just
and
need one more.
remember, Frieza is mine. Got it? With Cooliza then responding, your audacity is amusing, monkey. So, I see that the two of you are no longer looking to hold anything back against me, huh? How laughable. Just look at you both. So determined, so desperate, and yet so unaware of the horrors that await the two of you. Can you hear it? The clock continues to tick for you both because as you start to grow weaker, I continue continue to get stronger. So you may both be at full power, but so what? Your rapidly adapting battle genetics are a part of me now, which means that you'll only be making me more powerful the more we fight. And so it'll only be a matter of time now, Saiyans. As Budo then went on to chime in, if those mortals fall short, then I'm jumping down there and putting an end to this myself, since that fusion already tried provoking us into combat earlier, with Takiro responding, well, until that happens, we will wait. Watch the two Saiyans very closely down there. They're about to start pushing that fusion back more and more in a few moments. With the Grand Priest chiming in, these Saiyan mortals truly do embody the very nature of what it means to fight with honor, even if it destroys them. But these moments of adversity is what tends to bring the best out of them both, as I've seen take place before. And so their determination remains undiminished. However, their unpredictability is most certainly a sight to behold, but if they aren't careful throughout the course of this battle, then they will both face annihilation with no second chances given. To which, upon Goku and Vegeta now being shown dashing towards Kuriza, it was only while the two Saiyans were now shown doing so where Vegeta then went on to shout, "Now come on and let's settle this, you freak! You and I both know that your measly fusion could never compare to my destructive power." And coming from someone who claims to be so much stronger than us, Primal Goku went on to chime in, "You sure do look like you're having a much harder time putting us both away." To which, as Goku and Vegeta were now shown making contact with Kuriza being shown having to throw his guard up, that was when Kuriza then went on to respond, well, it looks like the two of you weren't bluffing about amplifying your powers after all. Good. That was exactly what I was hoping that I'd get out of you monkeys. And I just love a dramatic ending, especially when your prey is trying oh so hard to fight for its right to live, knowing damn well that they are as good as dead, Saiyans. As Beerus then went on to shout, "That's right, Vegeta, remember that destruction is all that matters in this battle, so now show that abomination of a fusion what true power feels like." Oh wow, would you look there, those two are really hammering away at that Potara toaster now, Yoshido then went on to respond. "You two are extremely lucky that my men and I didn't get a hold of whatever DNA that we could from these new forms of yours and adding that within our serum. Otherwise, you brainless apes would have been dead a long time ago. But I'm a little interested in finding out which one of you will be split in half first. So let's take our pick then." To which, upon Kuriza now being shown having to leap up above them, that was when Beerus went on to respond, "Oh, he's fast for someone his size. Oh, what are their chances of outlasting Frieza's fusion, Whis? Surely this Kuriza must be running out of gas too, right?" With Whis responding, "Well, it's tough to really say since Frieza's merger isn't an organic one, but instead rather one that consists of multiple powers that run through those serums that they've claimed to have taken before, but my money is still on Goku and Vegeta to pull something off." In which, as Kuriza was now shown having to unleash Death Blades upon Goku and Vegeta, it was only just as Kuriza was now having to be shown doing so where Kuriza then went on to respond, "Just try and stop these if you think you're strong enough to survive without any of your limbs, monkeys. Now it's time to slice you into pieces." With Primal Goku chiming in, "Oh, watch it, Vegeta, do not try and come in contact with any of those energy blades or else they'll tear right through you. Oh, stick and move and follow me, I have an idea that just might work." They're moving in tandem, Akuma then went on to chime in, which means they're likely planning something. As Yoshido then went on to respond, "Well, it kinda makes me want to join in on the fun down there since that fusion wanted in on finding out what we're all about, eh?" To which, back down below, as both Goku and Vegeta were now shown doing their best in avoiding these blades, that was when Goku then went on to respond, "He can't focus on us both if we break away, Vegeta, so I'll go and divert his attention away from you while you find whatever opening that you can and attack him when he least expects it." With Vegeta responding, "Well, try not to die while you do it either, Kakarot. Hurry while I concentrate my destroyer energy into a singular point." To which, as Goku was now shown doing, it was only just as Goku was now shown making his way towards Kuriza was when Beerus then went on to shout, "What's that Goku doing? Why'd he break away from Vegeta like that? What is he, crazy? Hey!" Goku then went on to quickly shout, "For someone who likes to talk a big game, you sure do have terrible aim, especially for a fusion on top of that. And so here I am. I'm the one you're really after, aren't you? Well, it must suck knowing that despite all that you did to get to where you are, you
Yeah, man, just
still
waiting for the
can't
next
hold a
match.
candle to what me
good?
and
What's up?
Vegeta are now, with Omega Cooliza responding. And I don't know if it's the adrenaline that's coursing through your body or the lack of oxygen that's going into your brain, but you two are insane if you think that. But then, it was only just from out of nowhere now, before Cooliza could even finish, was when Master Ultra Ego Vegeta had now gone as far as to punch Cooliza in the face, in shattering his face mask completely by then shouting, "What did I say, you fool?
Nah, never
I
that,
told
bro.
you that I'll find my way back to you and start to rip you apart. I'll curse you, monkey! And just where did you manage to hit me
here waiting for the
from?"
next
But
match.
once again, it was only just before Cooliza could now go as far as to finish his sentence yet again, was when Primal Ultra Instinct Goku had now gone as far as to find his opening in kicking Cooliza in the face by then responding, "He's not the only one who you're going to have to worry about here, Cooliza. Your arrogance has made you lose
I
sight
truly
of
know
the
what you're-
bigger picture here, and the bigger picture is that your carelessness is what will cost you everything in this fight against us." Well, excellent coordination, Whis went on to then chime in. "I can now sense Cooliza's spirit beginning to ignite with anger, which can only mean that whatever Goku and Vegeta's tactic against him is, it's beginning to slowly corrupt Cooliza from within," to which from out of nowhere, as Cooliza was now shown putting his hands over his face, that was when Cooliza had now gone as far as to surprise everyone with the counter of his own, as Cooliza then went on to shout, "You savages will not defeat me, Solar Flare!" What just happened down there? Beerus then went on to quickly shout, "And I can't see."
Are you in the lobby right now?
That one of Goku's moves? As Yoshido then went on to respond, "Hey, it's that little technique again. You know, the one that Goku tried using against us during the tournament. Well, it looks like the Fusion's able to use that little trick too, I see. Quite clever of him to go and quickly use that against the mortals," as Akuma then
Getting
went on to
killed to connect the
respond, "But
members.
will it work on the Saiyans in ways which will give the Fusion a better chance is the question," as Goku then went on to cover his eyes by then shouting, "Oh, Vegeta, don't look! Oh, darn it! I can't see a thing out there! Oh, I didn't think that he'd have this within his arsenal of moves," with Vegeta then shouting, "Oh, that bastard! Hurry and try to recover as fast as you can so that
let me
way
know
we
when
can
you're ready. I'll
stick
be
and
ready.
move before he is able to." But
luck.
then, it was only just from out of nowhere before Vegeta could go as far as to finish his sentence, where Omega Cooliza had now gone as far as to punch Vegeta in the stomach by then shouting, "Too late, you disgusting little bug! You and Goku are going to pay dearly for that little ambush of yours, and neither of you have any idea on the horrors that wait for you, and the more you continue to push me, the quicker you are both going to find out exactly what I mean, you monkeys." Well, if this is any indication of what we can expect, the Grand Priest then went on to comment, then this battle is far from over. Goku and Vegeta are putting up a valiant fight, but Cooliza's resilience is proving to be a formidable challenge indeed, even for them. Cooliza's counterattack is testing the limits of their endurance and is starting to prove more and more on why he is such a fearsome adversary. I wouldn't rule them out just yet, but it certainly won't be easy, as Beerus then went on to respond, "Girl, but will they be able to get the job done in the meantime is the question," with the Grand Priest responding, "Well, that depends. It's possible that they could fail and both be destroyed, but that of course will ultimately depend on their approach," in which, as Vegeta was now shown having to quickly stabilize himself, that was when Vegeta then went on to shout, "We'll see which one of us will be laughing last, Cooliza. No, that monster's going to be a lot harder to bring down than I thought he'd be, but he's starting to lose his sense of control. So using forced spirit fission to try and separate him now isn't going to work unless they're either too weak to manage or at least at the very limit of their fusion's power. So we've got to continue to press forward or else he will destroy us both if we don't try. Oh, that coward's bound to break at some point sometime soon, damn it. Oh, and to think that Frieza would go to this much trouble to kill us. Well, I'm glad that he did, because this is only going to make the reward of wiping him and his brother out that much more satisfying. But for that to happen, we have to first break their fusion apart so that way the rest can be dealt with accordingly. And it will be. This battle only continues to fuel my hunger in wanting to
Getting,
devour them both.
no,
And
disconnect, remember,
destruction is
what's
all
going
that
on, guys.
remains, Vegeta then went on to continue. Whether that's being destroyed myself or destroying the two of them. And since it'll be the two of them who will die, Vegeta then went on to continue, this just reminds me of something. Yes, this ought to come in handy and do the trick. My orbs of destruction that I learned while training with Lord Beerus. And what perfect timing as well. And as durable as that body of yours may appear to be, let's just see how many of these you can take before it starts ripping you apart little by little the more you take. Switch back on over with Kuriza and Goku as Kuriza was now shown slamming Goku on down by pressing onto his stomach. That was when Kuriza then went on to respond, "You and Vegeta are dreaming if you both think that you can win here, Goku. Your odds of walking away from this without me standing in your path are 0, Saiyan. You have no idea what you're up against right now, especially after I've transformed. You think that I want to annihilate you both without watching you both suffer first. Ending your lives is the easy part," Kuriza then continues, "but making you both suffer is what I really want
What's up,
to
Terrence?
do. Your death
Just waiting for the
along
next
with
match to begin.
Vegeta's is going to be
Unfortunately, servers are
slow,
not playing nice
painful,
right
and
now.
utterly satisfying for
What's up
me
with
to
you?
watch, and especially since you are both the root of so many of my setbacks and shortcomings. Your interference, your insolence, it all ends now, Goku. But not before both you and Vegeta understand the extent of my wrath first. And I will not grant either of you the mercy of a quick death either. And I will ensure that your demise is as prolonged and painful as possible. The humiliation that you caused me on Namek still burns, Goku. Along with the same humiliation that I had to suffer through once I came back to Earth to face you all again before my second death. You and Vegeta will pay for everything
Might
you
stream
put
for like another
me
half an
through,
hour,
monkey.
like 45
And
minutes.
I absolutely
I'm gonna eat
detest
dinner and then
you,
I'll stream again later
Goku.
tonight.
Your persistence, your audacity,
Try to get a few early
your
matches in,
Saiyan
but doesn't look
nature,
like.
everything that you and Vegeta are is the very reason on why you both must die. And soon after, it will be the Namekian, and then your sons, and then your friends, and then the world. And soon after, Broly, along with Beerus and anyone left who dares to oppose me, will be destroyed. But it won't stop there either, Saiyan, because the 5 strongest will be next, especially those who stood in my way of destroying you. And I swear on both of your lives that I will not stop until you are all dead. You hear me? Dead, Goku! And so now suffer. Suffer for the sins of your past. Say it. What? Well, where did that worm just scurry off to? Kuriza then quickly went on to ask. I have to remember to rip his hands off so that way he doesn't use that annoying technique against me again. In which from out of nowhere, the moment Goku had now gone as far as to teleport behind Kuriza, that was when Goku then went on to respond. And it's a shame that it had to come down to this, especially since you were given several chances in the past to redeem yourself, and yet you still choose to want to resort in going after and doing the same old things that had ultimately destroyed you in the first place. And the same will be said with your fusion once
might
our
ban you
fight
from
is
this game,
finished and you know it, with Kuriza responding, I'm tired of listening to you Saiyan speak, and especially since this all started with the two of you. Who are you to decide what I should do? Frieza and Cooler's destinies have already been embedded as being the new rulers of everything once you are all dead and gone, to which upon Kuriza now being shown attempting to punch Goku, that was when Kuriza went on to continue, and the end for you will be only but the beginning of so many horrors that will soon follow once I made sure that the two of you are wiped out forever, with Goku then responding, oh no, wait, so what is that? As even unbeknownst to Kuriza, the moment Kuriza had now gone as far as to punch the energy orb that was now shown in front of him was when Kuriza then went on to respond, what is this? And where the hell did that just come? But then, as quickly as it happened with Goku being shown getting out of harm's way, was where a gigantic explosion was then seen having to happen beneath Goku, as Yoshido then went on to chime in, "Oh, that little orb of destructive energy came from that Vegeta mortal, didn't it? And I can see why their union is so fierce while working together in sync with one another," Yoshido continues. "These Saiyans appear to have tons of experience in that area of combat. Well, it kinda makes me want to grab one of you and run a 2-on-2 battle down there against them both. So who's up for it, huh? Any takers? Anyone?" With Budo responding, "They operate based off their instincts to protect one another while also fighting to maintain control. It's an interesting concept that I've seen while looking into Goku's history before fighting him, which only now makes Vegeta all but that much more interesting now that I'm watching him fight." "Nice save, Vegeta. I didn't know that you can create orbs of destructive energy like that," Goku then went on to address Vegeta by then joining him. "And from what it looks like, it also seems to pack a huge punch after making contact with him too, but he's tough, really, really tough, so it'll take a lot more than that to get the job done here, but it does look like it's starting to work in our favor little by little," with Vegeta responding, "Don't let up no matter how bad this gets, Kakarot. Every blow that we land on him pushes him closer and closer into losing sight of the fight. Their fusion can't hold out forever if we keep the pressure on him without giving him an inch of ground for him to use on us. So we have to keep pushing forward," with Goku then asking, "So now what? That attack likely didn't do much to slow him down, so should we go back in there and
We got
continue
7
to
out of
apply
8
more
just to
pressure
level.
on him, or what? What are you thinking?" With Vegeta responding, "We will wait and have him come to us instead." And I wasn't banking on only using one of those against him, but many, many more. Now watch, he's about to make his move on us any second, to which as Kuriza was now shown doing, it was only just as Kuriza was now shown
I think William, you have to do the tutorial
When
first.
Kuriza then went on to shout, "Back for more yet again,
Did you do that already?
Vegeta! Your efforts will never work on me!" "Yes, that's right, you fool. Right this way. Come on." "Good, yes. You truly are short-sighted for a fusion who is this powerful now, aren't you?" Vegeta questions. "Now suffer, you pile of trash!" As Beerus then went on to shout, "Yes, yes, come on, Vegeta! Use everything that I've taught you to slaughter that fusion and rip him to pieces!" But this time, however, it didn't appear as though Vegeta's orbs of destruction were going to work, because it was only just as Kuriza was shown having to make his way ever so closer towards Goku and Vegeta in knocking these orbs of destruction away, it was only clear as day now that Kuriza had meant business, as
What's going on with the sound?
Kuriza then went on to shout, "You think I'm going to be falling for these little tricks of yours again after cutting in between my fight with the other monkey, Vegeta? Well, guess again. None of your efforts, even your best ones, are going to work against me." To which within that moment, as Kuriza was shown having to smash his way into Goku and Vegeta, was when Akuma then went on to respond, "It'll be tough because now that this fusion appears to be increasing in strength, the Saiyans are scrambling to try and find an opening to fully exploit while trying to maintain their current levels of power, with Takira responding, and they won't, at least not from what I have seen. That fusion isn't giving anything away for them to use against him, which is why he is trying to break the Saiyans apart and keep them both away, but I still see them remaining in this battle, in which upon Kuriza being shown having to knock Goku away, that was when Kuriza went on to continue, "You get out of my face, for I will deal with you momentarily, Goku, because you are the one who has been the most troublesome among the bunch, you dirty little destroyer monkey."
Hopefully
You
Friday
see,
Matsu.
it's as I said, Takira then went on to chime back in. Kuriza's strategy is to try and target them individually while making them suffer, while the Saiyans, on the other hand, are unionizing their efforts in attacking as one. Watch and you will see what I am saying to be true. In which within that very moment, as Kuriza was now shown inflicting massive amounts of damage by attacking Vegeta, was when Kuriza then went on to continue, "You are nothing more than an ancient relic of a long forgotten and dead race, Vegeta. You could never redeem what I have already ripped away from you, no matter how badly you try. And that is why it burns deep inside of you, to know that you can't do anything to destroy me. Your Saiyan pride will not save you from what I have planned for you, Saiyan. And the only known destiny that you were always known for was for being known as someone who was Frieza's puppet. Your pride as a Saiyan didn't help save your dying race back then, and it won't save you and Goku from that very same fate that you both have coming now. These forms of yours and these powers that you both wield mean nothing to me, because I am mighty, I am superior, I am the ultimate standard, and the two of you are not, monkey. Your tribe of insects were weak, just like you. They were slaves to my empire, just like you. They were all pawns in my game, just like you. So are you starting to see the pattern now, slave monkey? My efforts to ensure your death far outweighs yours, and that is why you're struggling to beat me, and that is why you are struggling to survive, because you are both utterly weak. In which seconds later, as Kuriza was now shown slamming Vegeta's head down onto the ground, was when Yoshido then went on to chime in, "We'll talk about a harsh history, huh? So you're meaning to tell me that this powerful tin can down there was responsible for wiping out their entire race, and they still somehow managed to let the guy who did it all go and just walk away? Well, either those Saiyans are extremely forgiving creatures, or they are truly the dumbest pair of mortals that I have ever seen, because that is just ridiculous. So is that the context here? I'm assuming that this Frieza guy was the one behind it all, wasn't he?" Well, for the most part, yes, Whis went on to then respond, but it was Lord Beerus here who decided to let Frieza go after helping Universe 7 during the days of the Tournament of Powers. So it's a death that certainly no one could have seen coming back to haunt everyone, but with Frieza being the driving force behind it all from what it seems, it's also very likely that his brother is also being used as one of Frieza's pawns too. That much I can say. "Hang in there, Vegeta! I'm on my way!" Goku then went on to quickly shout, with Omega Kuriza responding, "Like hell you are. They never learn and always continue to try time and time again, no matter how badly they fall short." To which upon Kuriza being shown getting out of harm's way, with Goku being shown crashing into Vegeta, it was only just as with the two now being shown having to crash on down to the floor was when Kuriza then went on to continue, "You wanted
might
to
come
help
back
your friend here, huh?
next
Well,
year,
try
actually.
not to get in each other's way while you struggle to survive, monkeys. The two of you belong together in the grave, but this just gives me an idea that
I
will
have no idea,
surely
to be
get
honest,
you
but I hope it
both
comes back
going,
next year.
scum. And it certainly won't
Needs
be
new
me
content.
who falls first, but I wonder which one of you will be. So now let's see which one of you is the toughest." In which upon Kuriza now being shown having to fire the Masenko, it was only during the middle of contact as a gigantic explosion was now seen, where Omega Kuriza went on to continue, "You two are going to wish that you never crossed me, and I'm going to make sure of it before we are done. Yes, those
Yeah, and
little
apparently
worms
this
are
new
running
Dragon
on
Ball game that's
borrowed
coming
time,
out
and
as
they
well.
know it. There's no
Everyone's
way that
hoping
they could
it's
possibly
Universe
wish to keep this up against me forever and expect to win, and that's because they won't." In which upon Kuriza yet again being shown having to throw another energy ball into them, with yet another gigantic explosion now being seen taking place, with Goku and Vegeta
Yeah,
being
me
shown
too,
having to
fam.
exit through the other side, was when Akuma then went on to respond, "I don't like this. This is starting to become a game of cat and mouse, especially with the fusion now pushing back as a
Hopefully they
means
don't
of
do
wanting
it
to
in a
make
movie
those two
format like
drop out of their forms." Well, as dangerous as this appears to be for the Saiyans, the Grand Priest responds, we will remain where we are and wait to see what comes. As Goku then went on to respond, "Oh, Vegeta! Vegeta, are you still with me?" "Oh, yes, and that freak is getting stronger with each passing minute, which is both good and bad for us if we aren't careful." With Goku then responding, "Oh, darn it, if I can only somehow find a way to have my body hurry and cool down so I can try and use that angel form again, but I still feel as though I need a bit more time. And this might be a stretch, but maybe if I can have Vegeta hold him back and keep him at bay for a little while longer, then I could probably do it, but the risk is too dangerous for me to let Vegeta do this on his own. So, no, there has to be another way. Just to look at how pitiful the two of you are. And I do hope that the two of you have some kind of plan in motion if you hope to last any longer in this battle against me. And I don't know what it is, but there's a certain level of satisfaction that I get in watching the two of you
playing that
struggle
online?
like this, Kuliza continues. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. The desperation on your faces is truly priceless.
story mode.
Now, how do the two of you plan to overcome my power if I continue to get stronger while you both struggle and stagger behind? You may have tricked me into losing sight of you both, but a few hits here and there isn't going to work, especially not against me, and you both know it. You are both slowly running out of time, and all it'll take for this to end is for one of you to drop back down to your base level, and the other will soon follow, and once you do, then you are both as good as dead. But who will it be first? I wonder. With Master
Are you
Ultra
still
Ego
playing,
Vegeta
Sparking
responding,
Zero?
"Oh, damn this monster and his stupid fusion.
I beat
Watching
the-
him
I
treat
beat
us
the
like
main
we're
story
some
and
kind of
stuff,
amateurs
and
is
then stopped playing.
infuriating. And if it wasn't for those serums that Frieza had made for the two of them, then they likely would have defused by now. He's starting to mock our efforts in battle, and I'm not going to stand around and listen to this anymore. But are you starting to sense what I'm sensing coming from their fusion, Vegeta?" Goku then quickly went on to chime in. "All we'll need to do is just hold out a little longer here and he'll break. Now, I'm not sure on what we can try and do to accelerate the process, but all we'll need to do is just hold out a little while longer before this works." As Omega Kuliza then went on to respond, "I'm honestly surprised that the two of you haven't fused yet to try and beat me. Go on, what's stopping you?
Is it
I'm
co-op?
not going to get
Can you
in
do the
your
story
way.
mode co-op?
Doesn't your method of
What do you mean you
merging
play with your
together
friends?
go a little something like this? You both know that you can't win like this, so why don't you both go and try it?" With Goku then responding, "Listen, I know that we're in a tight spot here, but we'll need to try and find some kind of a way to use something against him that will further go as far as to put a strain on their fusion. We'll need to be smart about this and strategize for as long as we can before we can find something to use against him. So, what if we go on the defensive?" With Vegeta responding, "Going on the defensive will only turn us both into sitting targets against him. So we can't run the risk of having them hit us
just
while
beat
we
the
stand
story
around
mode.
and wait for their fusion to break. So we'll have to attack Kuliza more aggressively in order to get that fusion of his to run its course. So I have an idea. Do as I'm about to say and stick to the plan here," Vegeta then went on to continue. "If we want to get them to continue to lose sight of this battle, then we'll need to attack them from every and all possible angles that we can in order to further disorient their focus. And once they start to act more on their instincts to survive, then that's when we'll corner them and rip them apart. And if they don't manage to somehow run the course of their 1 hour time limit, then I will try and pull them both apart by using my forced spirit separation, but for that to work, I'd need for them both to be at their most vulnerable. So I'll lead and you follow. But remember," Vegeta continues, "our window is small, and if they don't take the bait and are consumed by their rage, then he'll more than likely try and destroy us both. Now, we've been in situations like this before, so don't let up even if he continues to grow stronger. It's all or nothing, and he's starting to see it now for himself too. Now, on my move, and hurry. We can't afford to waste any more time here," to which upon Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta now being shown firing multiple energy blasts at Kuliza, it was only just as he was now shown having to do so where Yoshida went on to chime in, "Well, it looks like the Saiyans will go and try and take the lead here again, but what's their deal here? If they are both already familiar with the concept of fusion since they've apparently used it before, then why don't they just go and fuse already?" With Whis responding, "Well, that's because this is far too personal for them to rely on a fusion to win, especially since both of them already have a very deep and troublesome history with Frieza Kuriza that dates back for many decades, Whis responds. And I'm starting to now see on what they're both attempting to do here, but for their sake, I can only hope that this doesn't come at the cost of having either of them be destroyed in the process. But we will see, with Yoshido responding, yeah, but then what are we supposed to wait and see? That Destroyer Saiyan is missing all of his shots, so what exactly aren't I seeing here? Certainly he isn't firing all of those blasts at the fusion just to miss on purpose, is he? Oh, I agree, Beerus went on to then quickly chime in. Why is Vegeta shooting past her fusion and rather not at the fusion? Is he really doing this on purpose? With Takira chiming in, that's exactly what this Vegeta is doing down there. It's a facade that's meant to distract and be redirected after. Now watch closely, to which even upon Kuriza now having to be shown seeing this, that was when Kuriza went on to respond, and just what the heck does that god monkey think he's doing? Each of his attacks are far off from its target, so is this a sign that he's crumbling? Either his anger has gotten the
DLC
better
for
of
his
him,
universe,
or
that would have
he's
been a lot
truly
better,
lost
because we
his
would have a lot
mind
more
and is
players too, right?
struggling to keep his aim
They took most of the
against me.
assets.
And if that's the case, then they're both
The graphics
out
are a
of
little bit
gas and
upgraded
have
in this
nothing
game
left to
than they are
continue
compared
with
to
you
Xenoverse,
against
but
me.
Xenoverse
You can't
does need a
possibly be
graphical
serious
update.
here, Vegeta. What was that supposed to be? You managed to use whatever power that you have left in your pathetic body only to shoot towards my direction and miss? And so the scale has tipped into my favor now. And if this isn't further confirmation that you are both doomed, then I don't know what is, especially if this was going to
Xenoverse,
be
they
your
had, like, a
first,
mini
but
card
then
game.
it was only before
That was
Kuriza
pretty
could
fun.
even go as far as to finish, where from out of nowhere,
It was
that
better
was when
that
Primal
that
Ultra
card game
Instinct
stayed in
Goku
the
had
game
now taken
instead of
initiative
being-
in punching Kuriza in the face by them responding. Well, there's plenty of more where that came from, and you aren't going to pull a fast one on us like you did again. And I figured that this was going to be what they were aiming for. The Grand Priest went on to then quickly respond. While one of them uses his power to distract the fusion, the other will create a diversion by attacking directly before circling back around, entrapping the fusion. And how are these Saiyan mortals going to be so sure of their plan and if it'll work in their favor to overexert the fusion? Akuma then went on to ask. Unless Kuriza decides to destroy them first, this tactic that they are going to try and use will ultimately backfire on them, with Budo responding, well, if the goal is to confuse and frustrate the fusion, then it's working. But how it will all come to an end will vary on the fusion synergy along with the strength of those Potara earrings, Budo continues. And I'm certainly
game to the
sure
top.
that this
Constance
fusion
City.
already knows that, to which upon Goku being shown knocking Kuriza away,
Yeah,
that was when
yeah.
Whis went on to chime in. Well, it'll be a close fight to call, but so far I don't think that Kuriza is operating in a way where he wants to slaughter the Saiyans, which likely tells me that the fusion appears to be taking up more of Frieza's personality over Cooler's. Oh, quickly, Kakarot's will have to attack him together at the same time from the front while he's struck from behind. So hurry and fall back to me now, Vegeta then went on to shout. And don't get caught within the trap either. Elements reversal! To which seconds later, the moment we then see how Vegeta's attacks were beginning to crash directly into Kuriza was when Beerus then went on to respond. Very good. That's exactly
Xenoverse
what I
game comes
wanted
out,
to
it'll
see
be the
come
best
from
selling
these
Dragon Ball game of all
Saiyans.
time.
The longer these two can keep
Guaranteed.
the pressure locked, the
That game
better
will
their
sell out
chances of
everywhere.
them driving Frieza's fusion into the ground once this is all over and their time
Think
limit
it'll sell more than
finally
fucking
expires. So they better not botch this one up either, with Whis responding, well, isn't this exciting to see, Lord Beerus? These two are always shown to work together very well throughout the years. We've got him, Vegeta. Goku then went on to retreat by responding, this is our one and only chance to try and do as much damage as we can while we still have the time to do it. Oh, then hurry and let's continue to blast our way into breaking their fusion apart, and don't stop until I say so, Vegeta responds. In which seconds later, as Goku and Vegeta were now shown doing exactly that, that was when the Grand Priest went on to chime
I'm gonna
in.
close the game and,
Very
and
interesting. Observe
restart it, 'cause it doesn't
closely.
seem like we're connecting
Goku
with
and
anyone.
Vegeta's relentless attacks
Give
has
me a
begun
minute.
to fracture the very core of Kuriza's fusion, both outside and in. Their sheer determination is transcending into the depths of their enemy's mind, causing him to lose focus. They were able to find a way to destabilize the very foundation of Kuriza because you can now feel a change within the fusion's very being. But will they defuse? Well, that's tough to say, but as the battle rages on, the very core of Kuriza's nature becomes more and more apparent. And if they don't somehow manage to find a way to control this instability, then their fusion will likely lose. However, if Kuriza decides that he's finally had enough, then I'm afraid with how tired the Saiyans are, they will not be able to stand much of a chance if the fusion decides to want to end them now, but that 2 will also boil down to them and the way they handle this fight, with Beerus responding, "Well, my money is on my student Vegeta to get the job done here, so I have no doubt that he can do it. And I guess Goku too, but who cares about him? That's Whis' student," with the Grand Priest responding, "Well, I am..."
Had it back. The last number is 64.
Four 792 7564.
Rather curious and wanting to see more from these two now that they're both working together against a stronger fusion, of course. Even as tired as they are, they still aren't giving an inch of ground over to that Kuliza. We've got him trapped between our attacks, Vegeta! Now let's try to unload as many rapid fire attacks as we can, and then let's try and blast him by using whatever's left so that way we can cripple their fusion for good. Then let's waste this sorry excuse of life as quickly as we can and hope that there's a crack in their fusion that causes them to break. And if none of our efforts work, then we'll have nothing left in the tank to continue. To which upon Omega Kuliza now being shown shouting within these blasts as they were now making contact, that was when Omega Kuliza went on to shout, "I've had enough of this!" Now I see, so he's actually going to try and go through with finishing this, Takira went on to say to himself, and his entire demeanor appears to be different, which means the second half of that fusion is now in control, with Vegeta then having to respond, "Now, Kakarot, if there was ever a time to finally shut this bastard up and break them apart so that we can finally finish them, then this is it. So don't hold anything back and let's shatter this coward's hopes and dreams like we have before. You ready? All of it," with Goku responding, "I'm right behind you, so now let's hurry and do this so that we can be done with him for good." In which seconds later, the moment Primal Ultra Instinct Goku was shown having to unleash his Kamehameha, with Mastered Ultra Ego Vegeta being shown having to unleash his Destructive Gamma Burst Flash, it was only just then upon the moment of contact as a gigantic explosion was now seen taking place was when Yoshido then went on to chime in, "Now that's what you call teamwork down there. Say, these two monkey gods really aren't all that bad, especially as they're seen working together throughout all of this. And it kinda makes you wonder on what they'd be like to fight together, right?" With Akuma responding, "Wrong, because we have yet to still continue our battle with the mortal Goku, so dragging the other Saiyan into this would be pointless and you know it." With Yoshido responding, "Oh come on Akuma, are you telling me that you wouldn't want a crack at fighting those two along with me in a 2-on-2 fight?" "They would lose and you know they would," Akuma responds, "especially if that Goku isn't able to go back into that angel form that he used against Takira, then we'd slaughter them. Now pay attention, with Goku responding, I think that must have done the trick. Well, it's not over until it's over, Vegeta responds. So wait, Kakarot, do you sense that too? You Saiyans have stood in my way and have pressed your luck against me for the very last time, Kuriza then went on to respond behind the smoke. And now I will see to it that you are both destroyed for good, so try and stop me if you think you can. I've seen all that I needed to see from the two of you. As Primal Goku then went on to respond, wait, you've got to be joking. Is that what I think it is? Oh, quickly, search his feelings, Vegeta. Whatever he's about to try and do is something that he's dead serious about doing. And if he plans to use that Kamehameha against us, then we have to respond, with Vegeta responding, oh, his entire demeanor has changed. This is probably the cooler side of their fusion that is looking to destroy us. Oh, listen, we can't let whatever he's about to try and do be what destroys us. The gods, along with the 5 strongest, are not going to help us, so we must retaliate or we will die. I'm about to make sure that neither one of you survive what's about to happen, and what better way to do it than by using one of your very own attacks to end it all. Now prepare to be annihilated. Oh, we have no other choice here, Kakarot. It's all or nothing, everything you have. It's either going to be him or us who falls, and I refuse to have this be the way this all ends. Now together, let's destroy him, with Goku responding, I'm right there with you, Vegeta, because if we don't stop him right now, then it's all over. This is where you lose, and this is where you both die. Now, Vegeta, together, Goku then went on to shout, in which within that very moment, as a gigantic beam struggle was now shown taking place, was when Beerus then went on to chime in, oh, how in the world is Frieza's fusion still able to fight along with being shown exerting more power into battle and still maintaining themselves without separating yet? Oh, destroy that fool, Vegeta! Use all of the power that you have to finish this! With Whis responding, this is not good. Kuriza's fusion seems to have completely changed their approach, because it really does look like they're trying to destroy the Saiyans. You fools thought that your strength alone was going to be enough to destroy me? Take a little deeper of a look. Haven't the two of you noticed that I'm now a lot stronger than what I was just a few seconds ago? Take a guess. This is not merely a fusion between Frieza and Cooler, but this is a true metamorphosis. My power is amplified by the essence of the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, which is why my jump in power is now that much higher. The serum has not only increased my strength, but my resilience as well. So every blow that you land only fuels my desire to crush you. Think of the raw strength that Broly possesses, that same raw, untamed power that dwells within him. That very same gift is now mine to have. Frieza's serum was my ultimate weapon against you, Omega Kuriza went on to then continue. A fusion of science and nature that combines all of the greatest aspects of your past, all wrapped into one. And with everything that I made sure to take before remembering what I was in for before coming here, was all to ensure my victory against you all. And without a higher power to help save you, the time that you have spent in this world will now come to an end. And it will end by my hands, monkeys! Well, this doesn't look good, the Grand Priest went on to chime in, but hold on, can it really be happening again? Oh, damn it, no! Vegeta went on to then shout, we're losing ground! Oh, it's Kakarot, it's Kill or Be Killed, and so you have to use more power right now, or we're going to be destroyed! Hey! Are you listening to me or what, you fool? What are you doing? With even Beerus having to question, could what be happening again? Is something about to happen? I'm confused. What does he mean? Just hold on a moment there, Vegeta. Goku then went on to respond. Just give me a second to try something here. I think I'm finally ready to go back and use it. With Vegeta questioning, go back into what? What the heck are you doing, Kakarot? Are you sleeping? Open your eyes eyes and focus! He's going to obliterate us both, Kakarot! This is where you monkeys finally meet your end once and for all, Koliza then went on to shout. Now die, monkeys! In which within that very moment, as a gigantic explosion along with the very mysterious light now being shown having to emanate from the ground, as it was only with the others now having to oversee this themselves, where Yoshido then went on to respond, hey, wait a second, do the rest of you feel that coming from the Saiyans too? That energy and that power, it's that mortal monkey Goku. Did he do it? Did he finally go back into it again? With Beerus questioning, feel what? What did Goku just do? Are you all hiding something from me that I'm not aware of here? What's going on here, Whis? What just happened down there with Goku? Did he die? With Whis responding, amazing. Far from it, in fact. And if what I'm sensing is to be true, then I believe that
we'll try again for another 5 minutes. If not, I'm gonna just end the stream because I gotta run to the store anyways, and then I'll stream again later tonight. So we'll try again for 5 more minutes.
As with the gigantic explosion now being shown having to take place beneath the spectators, it was only as Beerus was shown having to oversee this where Beerus went on to comment, someone explain to me on just what the heck happened down there. I sense a sudden change beneath the smoke and I am no longer able to sense Goku's energy at all, and as well as Vegeta's either, almost like something's shielding them behind the wall of smoke there. What just happened? Are they dead? Are they alive? I can't tell, nor can I see anything. Oh, they couldn't possibly be dead now, could they? Surely they had to have survived somehow, didn't they? I refuse to believe otherwise, as Budo went on to chime in. Oh, damn that fusion and those stupid Saiyans for not ending this any sooner. What happened down there? Did he do it? Was that Saiyan Mortal Goku finally able to go back into using that power that he used against you, Takira, or what? Well, as far as I can tell, Takira responds, they are both still alive, and surprisingly enough, it looks like the mortal had gone and pulled it off yet again. I knew that he could do it again, and so he did, to which upon Koliza now being shown having to try to catch his breath, that was when Koliza went on to respond, and so this marks the end of you both for good this time. Good riddance, you annoying wastes of space. You two have no idea on how long I've waited to see this day, how hard I've worked to watch you both be destroyed in the most brutal way possible, and thus your stories have finally reached their end by your master's hands. I don't care how many new transformations those monkeys were able to acquire, Koliza continues. In the end, they both still fell short at the face of my supreme and absolute power. And so now that those runts are out of my way, it's time that we turn our attention towards that rotten god of destruction Beerus up there and finish my mission by destroying him next. But then, it was only just now from out of nowhere to Koliza's surprise where Goku's voice went on to emanate through the smoke as Goku went on to respond, we could never let a monster like you ever come in between what we have worked so very hard to protect, Koliza. No, but that's impossible, Koliza went on to quickly respond, as it was only now all of a sudden from behind the smoke as we now bear witness to Vegeta and Goku still remaining intact, it looked as though once again Goku was able to now finally go back into using his angel transformation as Vegeta then went on to respond, oh, what the heck was that just now? What just happened? We're alive? Kakarot, what's this energy that I'm sensing that's coming from you? What did you just do? With Goku responding, this is the energy of the angels, Vegeta, a rare celestial power that allows for me to fully step into and walk freely within the domain of the angels. And you, Koliza, this fusion of yours has proven to be more troublesome for us than it's worth, and you are simply too dangerous to keep around. Just say what? An angel form, Vegeta went on to then ask. Yeah, and I likely don't have long while using this power too, so we'll have to wipe him out quick if we hope to get through this for good, with Koliza then responding, angel power? But that's impossible, you're just a worthless monkey. How is it that you are able to wield angel power when you are just a low-level monkey slave? You are lying, with Goku responding, I'm lying now, am I? So then why don't I show you exactly what I mean by demonstrating a power that goes far beyond what any of Frieza's precious serums could do for you. We will not have you rip everything we fought so hard to protect away from us, Koliza. To which seconds later, as soon as as Angel Goku is now shown going on the move, that's when Yoshida went on to respond, "Whoa, look, he did it again! The Angel Monkey is back to using the same level of power that he was shown wielding against Takira. Well, I guess that settles that, doesn't it? That fusion is done for down there and he doesn't even realize it yet, with Beerus having to question, what did you just say? What did he just say, Whis? Angel form? Indeed, he has, my lord, Whis went on to then respond. Through his rigorous training with me, he has now rightfully entered his place to walk among the domain of the angels, Whis continues. Now, for the record, this does not mean that Goku is now an angel by blood, but more like an exception who was strong enough to pass through. In which, upon Goku now being shown having to strike Omega Cooliza directly in the stomach, that's when Goku then went on to continue, "Not so high and mighty now, aren't you? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to do what you just did and take my time and make you suffer nice and slow. This one was for the people you've hurt, our friends and our family."
Alright, William.
Vegeta, he's
Unfortunately, it's not
all yours
working.
to tear into.
So,
And
I'm
Vegeta
gonna just end the
meant
stream now,
business,
guys.
because upon Goku now being
Run to
shown
the store,
ducking on under with Vegeta
cook
being
my
shown
dinner, and I'll
slamming
stream
his
again
way
later
right into
tonight. Hopefully
Frieza
it
was
starts
when Vegeta
working.
then went on to respond,
If you stayed
"Remember
this
what you
long,
agreed to,
thank you.
Kakarot, and
Appreciate it.
stick to the
Give the video a
plan.
thumbs up,
Now
subscribe, and I'll
you
see you guys
cowards
later
are in
tonight.
for a rude awakening.
Thank you.
For everything
Peace.
that you've done here today, I am going to take